Welcome back. It's still Daybreak Africa, reaching you here from studios in Ondo City. Of course, I'm Ezekiel. Ogar. This morning we have Honorable Alexander Omojadegbe in the House, the political analyst, as we already know, and we'll be talking on Ondo local and state government election, the entire South Sudan level of preparedness for both the APC, the PDP, amongst other political parties. Like I said, we have Honorable Alexander in the House. Welcome on Daybreak Africa.
Thank you for joining us this beautiful morning, and a happy new week to you as well.
Thank you. I wish you the same.
Thank you. Anyways, delving into the discourse, I am very sure you are acquainted with the whole preparation towards the Ondo state and local government elections. So far, what do you think, or where do you think Ondo stands?
Thank you for bringing me up on this issue once again. Presently, with the body language of Ondo state government, it's not likely they have that election. The election has been stipulated for 17th of February next month. But I doubt, because I am a stakeholder in that election, because I'm a contestant in the election. So we have not heard anything from the new government, and I don't think ODEC is ready 100% to have that election.
Now, in all honesty, the Akerodolu, former president, governor Akerodolu, and his deputy Aiyedatiwa regime has not been one necessarily free from critics and a steady form of negative reactions. What's your take as to the system of governance for them both?
It's I am not an insider, but from what we see, Aiyedatiwa was very loyal to Akerodolu, but because it happens to be closing to election year that many people are warming up to become governor, to succeed Akerodolu. So they have to use a lot of things to make sure Aiyedatiwa is not in the right book of Akerodolu before his demise. So that is what is. It's not that it's not. We can't really say he wasn't loyal when Akerodolu was alive, but it's because of other people that are contending for the post of governor that made this so.
What do you think during their tenure, the administration? You think Ondo State tend to thrive better than the previous?
No. There are a lot of mistakes. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of errors in their governance in the Akerodolu government. There are many things that the previous government has created that Akerodolu removed, most especially the area of social welfare. You can hear of shuttle buses. You can hear of mother and child. You can hear of free medical treatment for children below 5 years and adults above 60 years. All these things like this, Akerodolu cancelled it when he came on board.
All right. So, I'm going to take you back before we continue right from that where you stopped. So pardon me. Earlier you made mention of the fact that you're not certain if the local government elections will be holding as stipulated. Are there speculations to why this will not be happening?
The reason is that there are a lot of rearrangement in governance of Ondo State because of the sudden departure of the president, of the governor. This man coming in is coming in just like, you don't quote me that way, just like a new person in governance.
Okay.
You understand? Because he has been a little bit sidelined in the governance. You can imagine having candidate of almost 51 candidates, chairmanship candidates. He didn't have only one slot. Even his local government, I think we have about two SCDA and the main local government, another 2 SCDA. 3 people coming from that place. Aiyedatiwa does not have one there. So I think that is what happened, where they are just making rearrangements and all those things. So I don't think the election we hold as stipulated.
How would you describe Ondo local government? That's the grassroots politics. How would you describe it? Is it a solid one? or it's something that needs to be worked upon?
It has to work on. The last election they had in Ondo State here, it just, we can't call it election. Let's put it as selection, because they didn't distribute ballot boxes to designated areas. They just named their chairman. No election, nothing like that. They fixed time for election, but nothing was held.
Now, I know for a fact, the face of politics seems to have changed ever since the demise of Akeredolu here in Ondo. So I tend to wonder, do you think this sudden change would tend to affect the structure of APC here in Ondo State?
It has to, many things will change. You can see immediately the governor dissolved the cabinet. By the time he is going to name the new cabinet, we will have old cabinets coming in and new people coming in. There are other sectors there are many abandoned projects that this man has started doing. Okay. The new governor that has started, that he has started. But there is no way there's going to be complete overhauling of governance in Ondo State.
Why is that?
Simply because the man is seeking for election, and he has to present himself to people that is capable of running the state.
Well, I think recently I came across a news where it was stated that APC is planning on giving an automatic ticket to the sitting governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa. However, we have other contenders on board who are coming under the same political party. So how do you see the tussle so far? How do you see it playing out? Do you see Lucky Aiyedatiwa getting any chance of winning the elections? Well,
let's talk of the one that concerns me most, because I'm not an APC member. The one that concerns me most is the general election. Let them give the ticket to whoever. Then we at our own end, we are going to meet on the field.
Okay, that's interesting.
We know for a fact, even before the demise of Akeredolu and the Governor Aiyedatiwa have not exactly been on the same page, and we could see factions here and there. Do you think these factions will tend to hamper the aspiration of the current governor?
Let me put that one straight. There wasn't any problem before Akeredolu fell sick. It was when he fell sick that he was unable to take up his responsibility as a governor that some cabals took over the government. They took over the government. The first thing they will, because we've seen, I don't know, maybe you have come across it, where Akeredolu was, the time he was, they were swearing them in, that was mentioning, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, I'm going to be going down, you will be going up. You are going to succeed with. There are a lot of things there are many things that he revealed that day. They have seen this as a way to tackle the deputy governor then. If they don't find a way of putting them back to back, they won't have their way. So that is what happened. It is not that Akeredolu from the day of their inauguration till almost a year back, they've been on the same page.
But it's safe to say not every member of the APC is actually supporting the candidacy of Aiyedatiwa at this point.
There is no way you can have, even if that person is a saint, you can't have 100% people supporting you. But one thing is, you shouldn't forget that when you have the pipe, you dictate the tune. Okay. Aiyedatiwa has the pipe now. He can dictate whatever thing.
All right. When it comes to the geopolitical zoning of this election, most people believe that since Mimiko before Akeredolu was from the Ondo West and Akeredolu himself was from Ondo North, it is expected that this time it falls upon probably candidates from Ondo Central. How true is this?
Let me put you straight. Okay. Because you are mixing it up.
Okay.
We have Ondo North, Ondo Central, Ondo South. Akeredolu is from the north.
Yes.
Mimiko is from the central.
Okay.
Why Ayedatiwa is from the south.
Okay.
So everybody's clamoring for it is
Who
the
to
turn
be
of
next?
south. Now the south is there. The south is there. It doesn't matter how long south spends on the position.
Okay.
South is there. It has come to the south. So I believe in let us look for the best for us, not zoning. Personally, I'm telling you this personally.
Okay.
Let us look for the best for us. By the time you zone and bring nuisance to governance, and at the end of the day, we will continue to see the same thing the same way, without any change. Let us give it to somebody that is prepared, irrespective of zone.
Okay.
That's my own take.
Although you've stated your own perspective as to the way people should be voted in. However, according to the book, or I don't know, I'm not so familiar with Ondo policies, but according to what they are working on, do you think that Ondo South should take over the government at this point, or who is actually supposed to come into government?
There is no. It is not a written document. It is just we. Okay. Speculations. Let us, when we have somebody from the north, followed by somebody from the central, let south, so that we don't marginalize a group of people. That's just an understanding between ourselves. But in the real sense, we should have the best. The election of Kogi State, somebody from the same region is succeeding Yaya Bello.
Sure.
Succeeding Yaya Bello from the same region. So I think that maybe that is the best person for Yaya Bello to bring in.
The thing is, don't you think things as this will probably bring disunity? Because, like you said earlier, it has been more like a gentleman agreement. Yeah. So we have the sense of belonging from every zone. So no zone we feel. I really want to take an example from Kogi State. We know for a fact Kogi State that some persons are not exactly contented with the manner at which things actually went down in Kogi State. We have so many agri-citizens till date. So do you really believe we should have that same atmosphere here in Ondo State? You know, if it has been more like an unwritten belief amongst the hearts of many, you know, more like a gentleman agreement, I don't think it's only right to maybe honor that agreement instead of trying to fight it now at this point.
Yes, you are right. We're supposed to honor agreement, but what we are saying, what we are talking about now, is when you have when they start putting portraits of former governors. You understand? You will see it. Okay, Adefarati, 1999 to 2003 from the north. Agagu from the south, 2003 to 2009. Mimiko from central, 2009 to 2016. You understand? Akeredolu back to the north. It's supposed to come down to the south, but moving to the north again. 2017 till 2023. Now we have south there. I have told you it has been equally distributed. Irrespective of time that you are spent there, south is occupying the post of governor now. By November, when we'll be having election, any zone can fill up the position.
All right. That being said, coming down to political parties, we've heard rumors or speculations that the All Progressive Congress tend to want to occupy every state or every position when it comes to politics. So how true do you see this? And considering the fact that actually I think it started from Akeredolu's time. It has been ruling APC until now. So do you see like there's any possibility that APC will be taking over this time again?
Well, with the way they are playing their politics, I doubt if APC will still get this state in the next election, because Ayedatiwa is the baby of the people now. Simply because they've really humiliated him when he was
the
deputy governor, and he struggled to break whatever to become the governor. Not by his power, but by God's design. And now that he is there are a lot of people that will see gang up in the APC that will say, this person that I've been calling names can never be my governor. In fact, some of them are still, but for them to, you know, the same party, you have Akeredolu, the same party with Ayedatiwa coming on board. We're supposed not to see anybody resigning. But you see some people, they were resigning because somebody even said he cannot see him as his governor. You can see the extent of the hatred and this thing. So I still see many things that will come against whoever that is made the candidate of APC.
This might really tend to wonder what exactly is bringing such hatred for the governor currently.
It is because of their plan. When the former governor was sick, they've had a lot of plan. They said they should set up a committee, if not because of the Chief Justice of Ondo State, that said it's not in his jurisdiction to set up panel against deputy governor. They went to Abuja. Abuja returned the case back to Ondo State. So they tried a lot of things to make sure they remove him as deputy. Because every one of them, I think, let me put it in code that way. I think they already know that this man, Akeredolu, will die. And they were planning a lot of things against Ayedatiwa.
So what brought about the hate? Could it be because of the rumors at the time that the deputy governor had intentions to go in for the race for governorship?
It is not. It is a natural hatred. It's a natural hatred. When you see somebody as a potential enemy, potential opponent, you have to fight the person before the person gets something to harm you again. You don't understand? You just have to get you get the person off the track first. You see in football now, you want to score, I want to defend. Instead of me playing the ball by the rule, I can give you elbow so that you leave way for me, let me score.
I think what I'm not clear about is the aspect of him being the potential enemy. Towards what? What were their plans?
I want to contest for governor. He will likely contest
as well
if he becomes acting governor.
Okay.
Then the only thing we can do from our end is to stop him from becoming acting governor. Let us reset that circle. You know, political game change, everything changed in Ondo State. Immediately Akeredolu died. Everything changed. Atmosphere, everything changed. It's simply because what they were planning. They were even planning of bringing Akeredolu's son, because he's one of the most powerful person in that government of his father. They were bringing him up to become deputy governor in case the father dies then.
So was all this done because they wanted Akeredolu's son to be the next deputy governor, or did they already have more like a preferred candidate already that is not yet shown on scene?
They were planning somebody to become governor, and they were even thinking of impeaching the deputy governor, then bring that person up as deputy governor. They will now declare, I've forgotten the order from the house, that Akeredolu is not fit again. The person will assume position as governor, then picks Akeredolu's son as deputy.
But all these plans, are there facts to them?
They are facts. They are facts. If you bring people in APC, they will tell you. It's a known fact. We have friends among them, and they tell us the truth about what is going on within them.
All right. Now, considering people who have started showing interest, I think I know of Mr. Wale Akinterenwa as I think this was a former commissioner for finance in the state, who came on board and stating that he had a talk with the former governor, the late governor, saying that he would assume office when the time comes and he should prepare towards it. What's your take on that news?
Don't mind him. Fortunately we are from the same local government. He is not loved by his people, even people from his local government. If he's to contest in that local government, he will not win. If he's to contest in that local government, he will not win. There are many fast ways. I don't want to dwell much on it, but it's just a gambler. Yeah.
All right, and bringing it down also to the political parties, how prepared do you think they are? Talking about PDP, talking about APC, since they're the two most strong political parties on board right now.
All parties are preparing. Even the parties that you have not mentioned, all parties are preparing to get that seat of government in Ondo State.
Let's talk about the preparedness of PDP, to be specific. Now, we already know PDP had an issue in previous elections, with their national structure, and even till date, there isn't no positivity coming out of that issue till date. We recently heard Sheyi Makinde coming out to say the presidency candidate for the PDP, yes, Atiku Abubakar, has not called him just yet to, talk to him about the explosion incident and all that. But he had calls from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our president, and from other sympathizers. But Atiku Abubakar has not reached out to him to sympathize with the event at accord in his state. Now, considering this event with the PDP, don't you think this would tend to, disrupt even arrangements here in the state?
Yes, you are right. But looking at the people of the state, they are looking forward for a change of government. I am not even talking about PDP alone now. They are looking forward for a change of government. APC from 2015 has robbed the whole Nigeria. They've robbed the whole Nigeria because they present themselves as a party that will fix everything. Now it is excuse of 8 years that we heard from Buhari. We have started hearing it from Tinubu too, that the 8 years of Buhari is nothing. Now it's the same government. Every state in Nigeria, almost every state in Nigeria, are not happy with APC. So a change is going to happen in this state. I wouldn't tell you PDP will take it, but another party will take up this.
Well, I don't know for sure if every state are not exactly happy with APC, considering what happened in Kogi State. People voted APC, and we saw what happened to the PDP. They were really rumbled. They were more like they were dancing on the street literally in shame, considering the kind of support Dino Malaya had from his national, from his party, from the national level down to the state level. Are we expecting the same participation where we'll have, little or no support from other PDP occupied states governor, and all that?
If you want to talk of Kogi, it's a serious setback for PDP to present Melaye.
Why? Many people
they don't like him. Melaye as senator has not really empowered his district. Melaye as a House of Rep member did not do anything in his constituency, only to show off with his exotic cars, buildings that he has. Melaye is not a good candidate. If I had my way, I would have asked him to step down for SDP. In that Kogi, SDP polled more than PDP in that election. The people of Kogi, they saw SDP more of opposition than PDP. So, a candidate matters. Whoever that want to present against APC must be well accepted by the people here.
So who then are we expecting from the PDP? What strategy is the PDP putting in place in those states to make things different from the Kogi results and from other ones?
We can't tell you what our strategy, but we believe something wonderful, something that people will love, somebody that will be accepted is coming on board.
Is there support from the national level so far, or is the PDP faction still affecting a certain level?
You know, all this faction that you are talking about is the work of APC. There is no way they will look at their opponent coming rightly. They will come in between them, bring some people, buy them up, then use them to scatter. You know what Wicked did to PDP? Wicked did it to the extent that he brought all the G5. He made sure that Atiku did not win in many of the G5 states. You understand? But some of them lost this thing. People of Rivers State, they really love PDP. He knows that. He will have become before that election. But he knows the people of Rivers State, their blood is thicker in PDP. That is the reason why they have problem with Fubara now. Because Fubara, though they might have signed agreement that they will leave for APC, but he knows that people of Rivers State will go against them. That is the reason why he didn't go. That he told them he won't leave PDP.
Now, Wike itself is not an APC member, so
Wike is afraid of his constituency. He's afraid of the people there. They can do and undo. I don't know, maybe you have seen a video that they were removing where his billboard is. They were stamping on the billboard, doing a lot of things that they want to cut off Wike from Rivers State.
But to be honest with you, the truth is PDP in Ondo State is very quiet. And this actually prompts persons actually ask the question, what is going on with the PDP in Ondo? Why this long quietness? You know, it's quite, it's really quite unexpected for PDP, you know, being quiet at this time, a year of elections. PDP all of a sudden, their camp is as quiet as this. Now, you know, like I said, it brings us to the question, what's going on? Are we having a way forward? What's the strategy? You know, is exceptionally just too quiet?
My brother, there's an adage in Yoruba that say agbo to feyin agbára ló lọ mú wá. When you see ram, when they want to fight, they move backward and they come with full force to hit. So that's what is happening to PDP in Ondo State.
We have to take it that PDP is seriously strategizing on how to come out for the elections. All right, I have actually a question that is away from Ondo politics, but it has to do with the national politics. When we talk about parties, political parties, when we talk about the campaign, you know, most of the times when you ask random people out there, they will tell you that they are all the same parties, because people who are in these parties tend to just, you know, defect from this party to this party. Today you hear this person is in PDP, the next minute is in APC, the next minute is back to PDP and all of that. So this brings the thought of some people saying that probably Nigeria should just fall back to a one political system of government. What's your take on it? Do you think Nigeria can strive that way?
Actually, the way I preach to people is that you don't vote party, vote individuals. Most of these people that you see cross-carpeting, moving from PDP to APC, from APC to SDP, from this and to that, they are political merchants. It is their business that they are protecting. Somebody, they give you money. Okay, you are in PDP, they will give you money to disrupt whatever thing, the arrangement of your party, so that another party that is in power will have edge over your party. They are merchants. They are merchants. We should look for people to vote for. Follow people, not party. Follow people. When you don't have majority, don't have party. Majority. It is the politician that canvass for people. Come out, come and vote our party. Come and vote our party. let people start thinking between A and B, irrespective of political party, who is better, who can be better in government. With that, we'll move forward.
All right. Also, when we talk about elections, we know how most of the time it is related to one violence or another because of the issue of corruption here and there. However, we see that right now Nigeria is standing at a point where insecurity is the order of the day, and aside the fact that we are already suffering economic issues and even cost of living is quite expensive. Now, considering all these factors, how do you see the election playing out? How do you see the people of Ondo actually coming out willingly to give their votes?
When we talk of politics in Nigeria, Ondo people are very, very active. In fact, hyperactive when we talk of politics. Election day, we won't have lower turnout. We have higher because people are coming up to vote against APC. People are planning to vote against APC.
How certain are you? What are those measures that you taking to?
I'm a grassroots politician.
Okay.
And I conduct my research through people, even through APC. You see some APC telling you, if you have a good candidate, you will vote. You understand? They are talking of candidate because that person saying that has been looking at, if they give this person our ticket, I will not vote the person. You understand what I'm saying? That we are going to vote for opposition. People want to see a better life, not life that we don't have good news in our media again. Every news we hear in dollars has become 1,600 to naira. They kill traditional rulers somewhere. They kidnap school children. There is no way you see good news in our media. So it's something we should feel concerned about.
I think Angela made a valid point. She spoke about, should I say, exchange or transfers of membership from EPC and PDP. You know, it's been very common. So if you believe the people truly want a breath of fresh air or a taste of something new, don't you think they'll probably go for some other political party, say the SDP, say the Labour Party, something different from what they actually originally know?
It is not. You see, even when we had Labour Party in the last election, where did he emanated from? From PDP. So there is nobody coming from heaven to take over another party. It's from this party that you are talking about. When somebody is feel rejected in a party, he moves out. We always say there's free exit and free entrance to any political party that you want. The only thing is make your resignation proper. Resign from that party. I think 2 days or 3 days in Ondo Kingdom here, somebody resigned from SDP. He said he's resigning, but he doesn't know the party that is going. But we know before the election, he will cross to another party. The only thing is we don't need to think about party again. If we can amend our constitution to allow individual to take up to contest without belonging to any party, it's okay. That would be fine. Because if you see somebody you don't have party that you're going to pay money to, you come out. Even people can bring somebody out. You can bring somebody. You can sponsor somebody out. See, this person is very good. We have been seeing what he has been doing. Let him come as individual candidate and let us vote for him. Until we do that, there will be no this issue of cross carpeting. There are good people in APC. There are good people in PDP. The same thing, vice versa, that we have bad people in both parties. But there are some people that are good that you can vouch for. That this person, if this person becomes our governor, we are going to be better.
Now, in the long run, people tend to actually pay attention to the excellency of INEC lately when it comes to elections in Nigeria, and over time I tend to wonder if are we expecting such excellency from INEC, free from interference from any political party, no matter what, being ruling or not ruling at the time. Are we supposed to expect that level of excellence from INEC?
Actually, we're supposed to expect, but Nigeria being Nigeria, what do? Whatever we see with INEC, we abide.
You don't really sound expectant.
We can't really say they are, but the only thing they say, there's a saying that it takes majority to rig election. When there's majority, if they rig election and they hear their noise, nobody will say they don't win. I can still say, even after a Supreme Court has ruled that President Tinubu won, in my own conviction, he didn't win. Personal conviction, he didn't win. Where we have the largest vote in Nigeria is from his constituency, Lagos State. He didn't win Lagos State. Followed by Kano. Did he win Kano? Kaduna, Rivers. We know what happened in Rivers. So where did he win? Small vote from Ondo State, from this thing. You can proceed.
Anyways, when you say that people in Ondo State rather are clamoring for change in leadership and every aspect of it, we know that we also face national issues. I mean, on a daily basis, just like you said, it is difficult to come across a relaxing news that might put you at ease. So with this in mind, that our government nationally has problems, how do you see changes being effected into the states if the national states can be as it is?
I think if I understand your question, if we have a freer election that will bring up somebody that we want, there are ways in which a state government can run a state. Apart from issue of G5, Makinde is trying in Oyo. Look at what Mimiko did when he was in government. He bought shuttle buses for children, secondary and primary. They were using it. In my own local government, I think we had about 5 there working, fueling it every day. We have free health care for children below age 5. We have free delivery. When you want to go to hospital, it is not that you are going to be you are going to be scaring. What am I going to, what type of bill are they going to give me in the hospital? No. You go there relaxed. Something like this can still come up. If a state governor can do that on behalf of forget about other things, pay people salary, allow social welfare to come in. If anything is happening in the federal, it will affect your state, because all this palliative that they say they are giving, it is because we don't, all this palliative they are talking about, we're supposed not to call it palliative. We're supposed to call it social welfare. Let us be doing it on regular basis, not because we have problem. Then we will now say this is palliative. You bring in rice, bring in this thing. What are they bringing? So we still have government, we have people that have it, that can bring in social welfare to the people of Ondo State. When we have social welfare, when your children are going to school and you only give 100 naira to take pop-off in the afternoon. You are not giving any transportation. You are okay. But transportation now, when they are going to school, you will give nothing less than 500 naira. Because they cannot take back less than 200 naira. So.
Anyways, shortly before we go, what are your words to the people of Ondo State? also to the government on board right now, what's your advice to them, and also people who intend to run for the race of leadership, what are your advices to them?
First and foremost, I want to congratulate Honorable Ayedatiwa Orimisan for becoming governor of Ondo State. I want to tell him to continue the good work. I want to tell the people of Ondo State, people of Ondo State should be expectant of good governance. I want to tell those that are contesting or those that are still not seen to contest that we are expecting them. We are expecting one of them to take the mantle of leadership of Ondo State and to change the face of Ondo State for better.
All right, thank you so much for that. I think by the time they turn to look into one of those advices, they should be able to do something positive for the state. Thank you so much for coming on board.
You're welcome.
And to our audience, thank you as well for joining us on this episode of Daybreak Africa, and this will be drawing the curtain for this episode from Ondo State. I am Angela Daku.
You have a wonderful day ahead. I remain Ezekiel Ogar.